We're live. Hello, and shout out to each and every one of you, and thank you guys so much for tuning in to your girl Siren right here on the Siren Speak show. Hello. Y'all, hold on. Let me move my bang over because it is really working my nerve right now. Okay. So yes, hey y'all. We are live again tonight, honey, up in the building. Yes, we are. Shout out to each and every one of you guys. Tonight we are going to have a great show, okay? A really good show, you guys. We are going to be talking about love, money, and astrology, okay? As it refers to astrology, because I think this will help us. Hold on, y'all. This thing be up too high. Okay. I think that's a little bit better. This will help us to, understand things in our life and why certain things happen the way that they happen, so we need to know, you guys. We definitely need to know. All right. Thank you guys so much for giving me a big old fat thumbs up as you enter the building. I really, truly appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, let me get my notes together. So, y'all, we have so much that is in store. We have so much that we're going to be doing. You guys, it's just, oh God, I'm so excited, right? I'm so giddy about the entire thing, y'all. So we're going to be doing some giveaways over here, you guys. We're going to be doing some live messages over here, you guys. So much. It's been a minute since I have been going live and stuff like this. So I definitely want to get back into what it is that we do over here when it comes to spiritual candies. Shout out to each and every one of you. And thank you guys so much for tuning in. February is going to be the highlight of everything that we have coming up. So make sure y'all stay tuned. Okay. If you don't catch it live, you definitely want to go back and you want to, catch the replay. Okay. You want to be a part of the replay game because you don't want to miss what it is that we have to say. Right. So listen, today we're going to be talking about what is the topic? Love, money, and astrology. Okay. Love, money, and astrology, which means, well, I originally said that we were going to go live, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I'm definitely trying to keep to that schedule. I promise you, I'm trying to keep to that schedule, you guys. I'm for sure Monday and Wednesday. I'm working on Friday. Okay, I'm working on Friday. It's like in my heart of hearts to do Friday. So we're looking forward to Friday. Y'all just keep it, on y'all agendas. Okay. So we're going to be talking about love, money, and astrology tonight and how it affects us. Hey to everyone who's tuned up into. Hey, Terrence up in the building. Shout out to you. Southern Soul LA up in the building. Y'all, it ain't nothing like when you're a boss and it's like you have like other bosses around like, I get all giddy and stuff when I see my little bosses up and through, honey. Listen, it ain't nothing like being a boss, okay? You ain't even got to call out because you're the boss. That is just so sexy. I don't give a damn what nobody say. A man that ain't got to call out because he's the boss, honey. Ooh, child, he ain't got to call out. He just saying, coming today. That is so sexy. Yo, and shout out to y'all. Shout out to us women. Shout out to all of you who are following your dreams and those of you who are just making it happen, one day at a time, because this world, this life is not easy. Okay. Being a boss is not easy. Okay, it's like, I ain't gonna lie, it'd be some trying times. Okay, but we'll get through it. If we get to it, we'll get through it. That's one thing you must always know, okay? Whatever you get to, you will get through. God ain't lead you there for you to turn around and go back the other way because you already know what's the other way, okay? No need to go that route, right? So shout out to you. Hey, Crystal up in the building. Shout out to my Wise Rican, okay? I've always looked at your name and I used to say Wizeri Khan. Wizeri Khan, me trying to be all extra with it and stuff, right? Hey, Wizeri Khan, Wise Rican girl. Shout out to you, Crystal. Hey, y'all. We got Anisha. Hey, Anisha. Anisha is up in the building. Okay, shout out to you, Anisha. Hey, y'all. Today we're going to be talking about love and money and astrology, the connection of the three. So what we're going to talk about, you guys, and these are how you can remain a boss, become a boss, and make boss moves. Okay, moving forward. moving forward, okay, whether you're a boss right now, whether you work for yourself, or whether you just like make boss moves and you're, doing your hobby on the side. You still a boss then, you're doing your hobby on the side, whatever it may be, okay? Boss up in some area of your life in 2026. So we're going to be talking about astrology when it comes to love, okay, as well as when it comes to partnering up with people, okay? Because there's some type of people you mesh with, and some type of people, it's not that you don't really mesh with them, but it's like you're like oil and water. You don't hate each other, but you just don't complement each other. So when it comes to dating, one, and when it comes to partnerships, two, okay, whether it is your supervisor, your coworker, or a business partner, you want to know who it is that you work best with so that you can avoid a lot of confrontation and you can just expect what it is that they bring to the table when they come. You're not all surprised and stuff because okay, I really don't mesh well with this person. So I already know I got to be very careful when it comes to this particular connection, okay? So we're going to start from the top, you guys, with Aries. And then, as we do other zodiac things, we'll, mismatch back and forth. Okay. It's because that's how I have it in my notes, y'all. So that's how we're going to do it. Okay. So this is going to let us know who we can and cannot mesh with when it comes to one, love. Okay. And when it comes to two, business moves, because a lot of people are looking into starting their own business, or a lot of people are, making boss moves and stuff like that. But, we probably come in contact with those people who it's like, rah, rah, rah. It's like, dang, what happened? And you didn't know. So let's start with Aries. Okay. I'm trying to think if I want to pull out my, glasses. After this, we have a full financial reading, okay? So I'm going to do a full-on financial message, you guys, okay? We're going to talk about it. Ooh, it's going to be real deep, okay? So let's go ahead and start with Aries. When it comes to love, Aries, okay? Let's go to Aries. When it comes to love, okay, Aries, you are good with another Aries, Leo or Libra. Okay, I'm going to go fast. And when it comes to who you're bad with or who you don't mesh with, Virgo, Taurus, and Cancer. Okay, so Aries, there you go. When it comes to partnerships, so if you run a business, Aries, if you have a business and you're trying to, decide who it is that you want to work. Oh, God, y'all, this is really giving Michael Jackson. I'm telling you. I don't know why. But when it comes to who it is that you want to work with, you guys, that's what you're going to look into, okay? This is the business side of it. So who do you mesh well with in the business aspect is Sagittarius, Taurus, and Gemini. So if you're Aries and you have your own business, these are the people who will make some great moves with you. Who you don't mesh well with business-wise is Capricorn, Pisces, and another Aries, okay? I could see another Aries, like Aries and Aries together in a bit. Oh, child, both of y'all want to be the... that ain't going to work. That ain't going to work. Okay, we're going to move on to Taurus, all right? Taurus, who is it that you are most compatible with when it comes to love? Capricorn, Cancer, and Scorpio. Who you are least compatible with is Sagittarius, Gemini, and Aquarius, okay? When it comes to business moves, Taurus, you want to work with a Capricorn, an Aries, or Pisces. Who you don't really mesh well with business-wise is Gemini, Leo, or Libra, okay? Let's move on to Gemini, okay? Speaking of Gemini, who you are compatible with when it comes to love is Aquarius, Pisces, and Leo. Who you are least compatible with is Scorpio, another Gemini, and Taurus. When it comes to business, Gemini, you are compatible with an Aries, Aquarius, or Cancer. You are least compatible with Capricorn, Gemini, and Libra, okay? Cancer, when it comes to love, you are compatible with Taurus, Capricorn, and Scorpio. And you are least compatible with Aquarius, Sagittarius, and Libra. Okay. Now, if you guys' sign is coming up and you want to have a question about a certain sign that you're either compatible with or not compatible with, make sure you put it over in the chat. Okay. To say, hey, Sarah, you said I'm not compatible with Leo. Wow, what happened? Okay. And we'll talk about it. All right. So Cancer, when it comes to business, okay, you are compatible with Cancer, Virgo, and Pisces. And you are least compatible with Leo, Libra, and Gemini, okay? So let's move on to Leo. Leo, when it comes to love, you are compatible with Libra, Sagittarius, and Gemini. You are least compatible with Leo, Scorpio, and Capricorn. When it comes to business, Leo, you are compatible with Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, and you are least compatible with Virgo, Capricorn, and Pisces, okay? All right, so let's move on to Virgo. Virgo, when it comes to love, you are compatible with Pisces, Virgo, or Taurus. You are least compatible with Aries, Sagittarius, and Libra. When it comes to work, okay, or business, you're compatible with Gemini, Cancer, and Capricorn, and you are least compatible with Sagittarius, Leo, and Aquarius, okay? All right, so who are we looking at now? I think we're looking at Libra, okay? Libra, when it comes to love, you are compatible with Gemini, Aquarius, and Leo. You are least compatible with Cancer, Capricorn, and Virgo, okay? And when it comes to business, Libra, hold on, let me go back to Libra. Okay, and then we're moving on to Scorpio. Libra, when it comes to business, you are very compatible with Taurus, Aries, and Libra. And you are least compatible with Scorpio, Aquarius, and Capricorn, okay? Scorpio, when it comes to love, you are compatible with Cancer, Taurus, and Capricorn, and you are least compatible with Libra, Leo, and Aries, okay? Scorpio, when it comes to business, you are compatible with Sagittarius, Aries, and Virgo, and you are least compatible with Scorpio, Aquarius, and Leo. Sagittarius, when it comes to love, you are compatible with Leo, Libra, and Gemini, and you are least compatible with Scorpio, Cancer, and Virgo. Okay. And when it comes to business, Sagittarius, you are compatible with Aquarius, Scorpio, and Virgo, and you are least compatible with Capricorn, Taurus, and Cancer. All right. Capricorn. When it comes to love, you are compatible with Cancer, Scorpio, and Taurus, and you are least compatible with Sagittarius, Aries, and Gemini. And when it comes to business, you are most compatible with Gemini, Pisces, and Virgo, and least compatible with Capricorn, Leo, and Aquarius. Okay. Aquarius. Okay. When it comes to love, you are most compatible with Libra, Leo, Aquarius. And you are least compatible with Taurus, Scorpio, and Cancer. When it comes to business, you are compatible with Libra, Gemini, and Sagittarius, and you are least compatible with Aquarius, Aries, and Capricorn. Okay. Pisces, when it comes to love, you are most compatible with Scorpio, Virgo, and Cancer, and you are least compatible with Aries, Gemini, and Leo. Pisces, you are least compatible with Aries, Gemini, and Leo. When it comes to business, you are most compatible with Aquarius, Capricorn, Gemini, and you are least compatible with Sagittarius, Libra, and Cancer. Okay. So the reason I wanted to go over that with you guys is because I talk a lot about my dating life. And when I talk about my dating life, I always talk in regards to, I'd be like, y'all, the Cancer or the Gemini or, the Scorpio or the Sagittarius. I always talk in the zodiac of the person because the zodiac does explain a lot about that person. It explains so much about that person that if you understand, it's kind of like dating, okay, and relationships, whether it's dating or business, it's like cooking. Okay, you want to put seasonings together that taste good together. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to put seasonings that don't mesh well together because it's going to throw off the entire recipe. So when it comes to relationships and when it comes to business moves, you guys, you want to move with energies that mesh well. A lot of us can avoid a lot of toxic relationships if we just get in a relationship with people of the right energy or the right frequency. Okay. The reason you're compatible with certain signs is because the energies, okay, the life lessons that you need, okay, most likely for you to pass, you will pass them when you are connected with the right people. So that's kind of like a secret in the book of life that they don't tell you. It's kind of like, okay, listen, you're going to have life lessons when it comes to relationship. Okay. But the key is, you got to know who it is that you can date. If you date specific zodiac, you will always pass the test. But if you date the wrong zodiac, guess what? You're going to have to keep repeating that over and over. And this is why we have people who stay in relationships that are not serving them. Domestic violence, emotional abuse, financial abuse, whatever. We stay in these abusive relationships because we're connected with the wrong person. So some may say, well, Siren, I'm in a relationship with a person that you say I'm compatible with, and it's still abusive. What can be that situation? It can be that is the life lesson, okay, that you will learn. It doesn't mean that just because you're in a relationship with somebody you're compatible with, that the relationship is going to be peaches and cream. It just means that is the person that's going to teach you the life lesson. Now, Siren, was in a domestic violence relationship, okay? When I was younger, I was in a relationship with a very abusive guy, right? And it was like, when I first was in the relationship, I was like, I just couldn't understand why, because this guy was abusive for no reason. Like, he had literally no reason to be abusive. He was just very insecure, and he felt like I was like too big. He was kind of intimidated by my presence. He was intimidated by the way I carried myself. He was intimidated by a lot of things about me. For me to be that young and to have the things that I had, and I didn't really need him, and the things that he did, he kind of, it was like the things that he did, he felt like, oh, you could do this on your own. And, so he felt very undervalued in the relationship, even though I showed him as much love as I possibly could. But here I am in this relationship and in this connection, and come to find out the entire time, he was an energy that I just could not mesh well with, but he was an energy that was compatible with me. But what he taught me, what that relationship taught me, is how to love and appreciate myself, because I was catering to him and I was catering to his needs, trying to make him happy, but I wasn't trying to cater to my own needs. When I was growing up, you guys, I pretty much had everything that I needed. I always had a great job. I always was able to bring in the things that I wanted and needed. I was very independent. And when I got with dudes, when they would take care of my financial responsibilities, I had all my money to do as I damn well pleased with, So it was just like I was able to buy bags and jewelry and furniture and, all that stuff you do when you in your damn 20s, right? So I was able to do all of that with my money, and the guys were, funding my bills and stuff like that. So it's just like the stuff that I had was probably very showy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had rims on my car. I had 20. First it was 18, it was 17s, then it was 18s, then it was 20-inch rims. I always had the latest stuff. I had the latest bags. I had, all of that stuff. And it was just like the men that I was dating at that time was just very intimidated by my presence. So I always used to cater to the man to try to make him feel special, to try to make him feel like he's the man. Like, I love you. It's you. It's about you. So I had to prove, to them that, yes, like, I love you. I really do. I'm really only with you. I only want to be with you, So I had to waste a lot of my damn time. But when I look back on it, the life lesson they were trying to show me was, it doesn't matter about me. What about you, boo? What are you loving about you? What are you doing to you? Where's your self-love? I had no self-love. I undervalued myself. I underestimated myself. I didn't have enough self-love to focus on me. I thought by buying myself, showy things and having all of that, that was how I was like, okay, I love me some me. But it wasn't, I didn't take the time to really get out of a relationship that I didn't deserve to be in. And eventually I did. Okay. Eventually I did. I remember when the first guy that I was in a relationship that was he was actually the second. Okay. So I continued to be in an abusive relationship, you guys. This was the second relationship I was in, and he became abusive. He became very, the same thing. Right. So I remember he was the one who used to drive me everywhere I had to go, because I was young. Y'all. I think I was like 18 at the time. Right. I was like 18. So he had the car, and he used to take me everywhere I had to go. I didn't have a car at the time. So, I was like saving my little coin. Right. I was letting him take me everywhere I had to, pay him my bills and stuff like that. And I remember I saved up like about maybe $6,000, y'all. $6,000. This guy was whooping my arse. I ain't gonna lie. He was whooping. Y'all seen a Ashanti video that rain on me? It was like that. It was like he would kick the door in. If I go in a room and close the door, he was kicking the door. It was crazy, right? And it just got to the point, I'm like, okay, I had to learn to love myself. God was going to keep me in that situation until I valued myself. And I understand that now. And I had to learn to value myself. Okay. So I remember saving up my money and I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to get out of this. You know, he knew I needed him. See, he knew, okay, you don't have a car. You may have your own place. You may have your, this going for you. You may have all this stuff, but you need me because I have the vehicle, right? So, and I wanted to kind of keep it that way because I wanted him to feel like I needed him, right? I wanted him to feel needed in a relationship. So I remember I had like $5,000 or $6,000 in my pocket, y'all. I remember walking to the car dealership, okay? I walked to the car dealership and I remember talking to the salesman and I say, listen, I don't want to walk back home. When I go home to my place, though, he didn't live with me, but he was there. I'm like, when I go home, I need to drive back home. I'm in a situation that I'm going to be getting out of. And I'm just ready to go. I'm like, whatever you can get me, please get me. Okay. I just need a car. I pulled out $6,000 and I put it on that desk. I said, what can I get with this? I can't buy a car, but I could put something down, whatever I needed to do. And the thing about it, that guy said, he went and did all the paperwork and stuff for me, right? He came back. He said, $2,500 down is all you gonna need. That's all I end up giving him. Out of $6,000 was $2,500 down. And I drove off of that car lot that day with a brand new Nissan Altima, which was the car I wanted at that time. That was like my dream car when I was 18. And I drove off the car with a brand new Nissan Altima. So when I got home, okay, and this ninja saw that I had a key to a car, oh, he went off. He was about to kill my little arse up in that dang on apartment. He was pissed off. He was finding anything, okay? Anything. Now, I didn't tell him which car was mine or nothing. He just saw the key on it. I said, yeah, I went and got a car today. And he was finding any reason to be mad, to try to, trigger himself to get violent with me. And I told him, I said, listen, just pack your little bag. Because he had a little bag. He had one bag over there. He didn't even have a drawer. No, you ain't put nothing in the drawer. He had his bag. I said, just pack your stuff and just go. That's it. This is over. Just go. That was it. So when we're in these connections, you guys, you may be in a connection that it may not be as bad as mine. Maybe they're not physically abusive, but maybe you're just not happy in the relationship. And whatever it is, you have to take the time to realize, why are you in that relationship? Why? That's what you have to ask yourself. Why are you in that partnership? If you're not happy, first of all, if you're in a relationship where you're not happy, self-love, red flag number one. Okay. Self-love, red flag number one. You're in a relationship where you're not happy. Why are you staying in a situation when you have all the opportunity to go? Why are you staying in a situation where you're not happy? Now, when there's physical abuse, listen, that's a whole other situation. Okay. When there is physical abuse, because I know sometimes situations can become very dangerous where your life can be, at risk. Okay. My first domestic violence relationship was like that with my boy's father. So that was a relationship where you have to be very strategic about how you lead and how you get out of those situations. So we're not talking about those type of situations, because I know those can be very tedious and your life depends on it. And, my ex, his mom was involved in the domestic violence relationships, and unfortunately she didn't survive. Okay. He was able to access her and he was able to do what he, wanted to do. So I understand the severity of domestic violence relationships. So I'm very sensitive when I'm talking about the type of relationships as to the ones that you can get out of, the ones that maybe he controls all the finances. Maybe he works a job and you're like the stay-at-home mom, or maybe you don't make that much to get your own place. Whatever you need to do, you need to do it. You need to be in a situation where you say, you know what, I love myself too much to stay in a situation where I'm uncomfortable or I'm unhappy. And you have to leave. You have to free yourself, because we hold ourselves hostage in these relationships and in these connections way longer than we should. Okay. So whether you are emotionally, maybe you're just unhappy, or like I said, maybe there's something that is in this connection where you just know it's not right, it's not for you, then you need to find your way out. If you don't like them, I remember I had a girlfriend who she didn't like the fact that the guy she was dating crossed his feet at the ankles. She's like, that is just so old. She would say that was old. She's like, that is just so old. I can't stand when he do that. And he just do it to mess with me sometimes. And I'm like, why are you like, this guy was like paying all the bills. He was taking care of her and her kid. You know, he married her eventually, and she just complained about the little things. And I'm just like, what in the world would make you complain about something like that? But eventually she ended up leaving. She left the marriage. She was like, you know what? I'm just not happy. And I loved her for that. I really feel like she, you know, she really opened my eyes up for that. I'm like, wow, to just get up and just go. She's like, yeah, I ain't happy. What am I stay for? You know, and I'm just like, wow, like I take into consideration so much. I'm like, okay, well, you know, how the kid's gonna feel about it. Oh my God, what am I gonna do with the dog? I gotta find a place that's pet free. You know, I be thinking about so much. She took her, the babies, and the dog. Everything. She took everything and was just like, I'm out of here. That's it. What I'm gonna stay for? I'm not happy. I don't care. You know, he's a great guy, but he doesn't make me happy. You know, so I really truly admire that. You know, about her. And that just really opened my eyes up. So whatever it is that you guys may be in or may be involved in, you know, y'all don't stay in nothing past your happiness. If the minute you become unhappy, the next second you need to be focusing on, okay, how do I get out of here? Okay, how do I leave? What am I staying for? Now we're tapping into the vibration of self-love. And do you really truly love yourself? And I mean, this is like when it comes to jobs as well, you guys, when it comes to jobs too, the minute you become unhappy, the next second you need to let it go. Okay, and stop staying in situations and connections beyond your happiness. Okay, when the minute you don't like it, just say, okay, that's it, it's over. All right. Hey to everybody who's tuned up and tuned. Hey y'all. Thank you guys so much for the big old fat thumbs up. I appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, we're gonna look into the energy of finances because we're talking about astrology, you guys, and finances. Okay. I believe the other day when we went live, we talked about careers according to astrology, you guys. I really feel like y'all need to tune more into astrology when you want to gain more knowledge in regards to your life, what's good for you, what's not good for you. Y'all, this is really the book. This is the blueprint. Seriously, this is the blueprint to how you can successfully maneuver through your journey. The more you know, the further you can go, the easier the journey becomes. Because if you know, okay, I'm in a relationship with a Sagittarius. Sagittarius tend to be rather, you know, they like to get it on. Okay, Sagittarius like to be out there in them streets. Okay, they're a little loose caboose, honey. It is what it is. Sagittarius, ain't nobody knocking you because that's your true energy. Now, if it wasn't your true energy and you were just out there loose in the streets, then I would be like, you know what I'm saying? But that's how Sagittarius are. So if I were to engage with the Sagittarius, automatically, I'm going to expect that. You know what I'm saying? If it happens, I'm going to be like, well, you know, that Sagittarius energy. Okay, what is it that they're trying to teach me? Okay. But one thing I do know is I can't handle no Sagittarius. So I wouldn't be crazy enough to get involved with a Sagittarius. Okay. I know they are just 3 steps away from the area that I'm trying to go in. So I wouldn't dare connect myself with the Sagittarius because I know better. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and get into this financial message, you guys. Okay. We're going to look into what it is that is being said here, y'all. Listen. When it comes to wealth, okay, a lot of us want to be wealthy. We talk about that a lot, right? And there are ups and downs. We got to understand that the way to wealth is to be able to go through the ups and downs, okay? You're going to have ups and downs, you guys, but that's a part of the process, okay? A lot of us may feel like we're stagnant, okay? If you feel like you're stagnant and you're not able to get to that next level, like you're not able to break through that next wall, you guys, you definitely want to go within, okay? Whenever that move gets a little too hard to make, that's a telltale sign that there's some shadow work that needs to be done. It's time for you to go within to see what is it about you that's keeping you stuck. Sometimes when you go within, it'll show your environment is keeping you stuck, okay? Because your environment is very critical. It can show the people around you are keeping you stuck, okay? Because sometimes we're carrying relationships, and let's say if you're in a relationship with somebody who you're not energetically compatible with, that is going to keep you stuck. And some of us have married people and are in long-term relationships with people we're not compatible with. And we're wondering why, okay, after 5 years, when I first met my husband, okay, and I just give you guys my life as an example, okay, because Sarah and I've been through it all. When I first met my husband, on a job, my husband probably was making like 5 figures, okay? That was, of course, over 20 years ago. you guys. So finally, he's gotten to a point where he's making way more money. He has damn near tripled what he was making since I met him. Okay, triple. I would say triple what he was making when I met him. That's growth. That is an energy that you're compatible with, that you will continue to grow with. You know what I'm saying? When y'all met, y'all probably was living in an apartment, but now y'all in a home. Now that you're in your 40s, you know, when y'all met maybe in your early 20s, y'all was living in an apartment or a duplex, or, you know, y'all were renting. Now that you're in your late 40s, you own a home. Okay. When y'all met, maybe y'all had some little renter center furniture, you know, but now y'all got a house full of furniture that you own. You need to be able to see some sort of growth in the connections that you're in. If you with somebody and y'all still struggling, still ain't got nothing, still hoping for this, or still, your life will show if you've made the right decision with somebody. Okay. Your reality will show if you're on the right path with somebody. Now, sometimes when you're in certain connections, you can feel like, okay, I'm on the right path. Okay. You can say, all right, when I met him, you know, I was making $30,000 a year, but here we go 20 years later, I'm making $80,000 a year, right? But now you're ready to bust through that six figure. You're like, okay, I'm ready to go to $100,000 a year. But you've been trying, it's been 5-6 years. You've been trying to bust through that hole and bust through that loop. Sometimes, you guys, it gets to a point where the person that we're with can no longer go to that next level with us. So we're like, damn, everything is great, but energetically, we just don't vibrate anymore. This person has taught me all the life lessons I needed that from them in my life. My next life lesson is going to come from somebody else. And this is when life gets to a point where we have to make some difficult decisions, and we have to walk away from people that we love. This is when God really show you if you love yourself. Okay. Self-love becomes hard when you have to do something that you don't want to do. But God is going to say, do you really want that 100,000, or are you just going to stay right here? Because eventually you're going to resent that person. You're going to be like, I can't get ahead because of you. I can't get ahead because we no longer vibrate, but I love you, you know, but I can't get any further than this unless I let you go. So every time they do something to piss you off, you're going to be like, oh, I'm going to just leave. I'm going to just leave. I don't know why I'm still. Don't do that to yourself. Don't torture yourself. Okay. That's when it's like it becomes uncomfortable, right? So a lot of us, we're in situations where something can no longer go. You've come to the end of the road, whether it's your job, okay, whether it's some part of you, whether it is the person you're with or the people that you're with, you've come to the end of the road. And that's where you're going to have to be able to recognize. Let me tell you something. It ain't easy being a boss. It's not easy being a boss. A lot of us, oh, I want to be a millionaire. It ain't easy being a millionaire. It's not. Because when you're a millionaire, you have to make some very powerful decisions. You have to make some executive decisions. It ain't about your feelings no more. Okay. The only feeling you got to have is for you. How do you feel? What do you really want? And a lot of people don't really respect that. They hate the fact that you put yourself first. Okay. So you'll have people around you that low key hate you or low key jealous of you because you put yourself first, and they don't know how to do that. They're like, oh my God, how does she do that? Why does she do that? You know, so now they're a little jealous and envious of you. And now you got evil eyes staring at you all damn day. Okay. So when it comes to, you know, our life and our finances and our wealth, you guys, we're going to have to cut some things out. Okay. Some things we have to do. A lot of us, we tend to overspend. Okay. We don't need 17 orders from Amazon a month. Limit yourself. Okay. Put a limit on yourself to say, you know what? This month here, my monthly Amazon delivery limit is going to be 7 packages. After that, I'm not getting it this month. Okay. You're going to have to really start putting some sort of plan or taking control. And like I said, I'm preaching to myself as well, you guys. I remember when I shut down my Amazon account, I didn't order from Amazon for like 3 years. I believe it was 2 or 3 years that I didn't order from Amazon. So it was a little hot minute that I didn't order anything from Amazon because it was horrible. Amazon was coming to my house probably 6-7 times a day. It was so crazy that my neighbor, her husband was like, I don't know who shopped the most. You Amazon here all day long between you and her. It was horrible, y'all. It was really, really, really bad. But, I have a business, so I have to order some things. Sometimes I want to go out and pick up stuff, but sometimes I want to order some things, some of my products that I use. So it's not like I'm just ordering stuff just because, oh, that's cute. I want these shoes, or I want that scarf, or I want that, no, I do order a lot of stuff for my business, okay? But that wasn't an excuse, okay? My husband was like, listen, get you a Quill account and call it a day. Okay, so yes, where are you doing too much in your life? Where is it that you are doing too much that it does not support your financial goals? Sometimes the progress that we want to make, when you don't want to sell your soul, okay, to this third dimensional experience, it's going to take some time. It really, truly is. But you can sell your soul and you can have it tomorrow or next month. I ain't going to lie. Okay, you can definitely sell your soul and you can have it tomorrow or next month, you guys. I'm not gonna lie. But when you are doing things the right way by working on yourself and becoming the version of you that exists in that reality that you want, it takes some time. So you have to be very patient with yourself. Okay. And as long as you're taking steps towards your goal, you should feel okay. You should be okay. Okay. And you want to take steps that help you to see that your fortune or your money is improving. Okay. A lot of you, all you need is wisdom. Honestly, you don't really need money for a lot of stuff. All you need is the wisdom, the knowledge. I'm telling you, that will get you ahead a lot further than any money can get you. Okay. The energy looks really good as far as progress, as far as becoming wealth. I always tell you guys, you want to become wealth, okay? You don't want to get wealthy. You want to become wealth, okay? Let me see what the next message is here, y'all. Hold on. A lot of us are worried about job security, okay? A lot of us need to be entrepreneurs. A lot of you are bosses, but you're stuck in a job, okay? A lot of you really, this is two messages. This is for the entrepreneurs, but the first part we're going to talk to, hey, Lindsay. Oh, I said we're going to talk to Lindsay. Hey, Lindsay. Hey, y'all. So first we're going to talk to the people who are stuck at a job. Some of you, you've reached your max. You've come to the end of the road when it comes to a job. A lot of you want this job security, or you're staying at a job because you feel like it's more stable. Granted, it is, okay? Because when it comes to entrepreneurship, you can have a good month, you can have a horrible month, okay? You can make $60,000 one month and you can make $6 the next month. So it is, but you just have to learn. With you learning how your business is, you will eventually know your slow months, okay? And then you will know your high months, okay? And this is how you become a master at your own business. If you're going to know how to get through your slow months, you're going to know what to sell, what doesn't sell. It's all about, doing it. It's all about getting out there and seeing what works and writing down and taking notes on what works and what don't work. And then you make it make sense for you. Okay. But a lot of you are afraid to move into entrepreneurship because you feel like it doesn't bring about that security. The security is within you. You have to be secure in the fact that you're going to be okay. You have to be secure in the fact of knowing you're going to be okay. You have to trust the process. You can't be screaming hallelujah and you really don't believe you're going to be okay. Okay? So a lot of you, listen, the reason job, you feel like you check the check is because you're refusing to let go of this job because you're believing more in that job than you are in God and source and in yourself. But a lot of you are supposed to be entrepreneurs. A lot of you are supposed to be bosses because when you came here, there's something that you agreed with the heavens that you would create. And whatever it is, it's not at the job that you're working at. There's something that you agreed to do, something that you agreed, you would work out or whatever it may be, but it's not at this job. You're staying at a job because you feel like it's secure and it's safe, and it's not. It's actually keeping you check to check, and it's keeping you there long enough to keep you coming back the next day and the next day and the next day. A lot of you need to embrace your inner entrepreneur. In 2026 and moving forward, you need to embrace your inner entrepreneur. I'm talking to bosses right now. And a lot of you are trying to be workers. Okay, you trying to clock in when you're supposed to be creating the hours for the workers. You're trying to be the worker bee when you're supposed to be the queen bee. So you know the universe is looking at you crazy, like, what is she doing? You really look special needs, honestly, to the universe, because they're like, wait, what's going on here? I don't know. Why is she? Is he what? And then we're, oh man, and 2 jobs? Oh, and only making what? And gotta go back next. Ooh, can't even afford to travel when you want, can't afford nothing that you really truly want, because you're locking yourself in. You're creating a prison for yourself. Okay. A lot of you need to really get out there, build, okay, and move into entrepreneurship and really stop depending on this third dimensional way of being. Okay. Now, for those of you who that don't resonate with, you like, listen, Siren, I know I'm not a boss. I don't really have any creative ideas. I don't know how to. Let me tell you something. It's people right now making money reading books online. It's people right now making money sitting in front of the computer eating food, mukbangs and all of that stuff, making buku dollars eating food. Okay, I'm an entrepreneur and I'm making 6 figures. What do? I eat. There's no excuse, y'all. You really need to tap into and embrace your inner entrepreneur. You have a skill, you have a talent. That is your God-given talent right there. Okay. So a lot of you, in order for you to move forward, okay, or feel like you're not stuck anymore, in order to make some progress, you're going to have to build your personal brand. You're going to have to define your unique value, okay, in life, you guys, and you're going to have to embrace your inner entrepreneur. It's just what it is. And know that there's going to be ups and downs. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be fun, but guess what? It's going to be very valuable. It's going to be very, very, very valuable. I don't know how many people I've talked to, okay, that I'm like, yo, like, you need to turn this into a business. You need to really, work. This is your next step. Chad is on deaf ears. I'm like, okay. So, perhaps maybe they're not ready yet. So you're going to stay stuck in a cycle until you move out of it. And the only way to move out of that cycle is to embrace your inner entrepreneur. Okay. You guys really need to invest in your skills. Y'all need to stop ordering from Amazon. Y'all need to stop all of this other eating out, whatever it may be. You need to really invest in your skills. You need to invest in yourself. If it's something you know how to do, but you're not that good at, you need to invest in improving it. Taking some classes or something like that. Okay. Invest in like how to market whatever it is that you do. Like, it's somebody, I told you, it's one girl who says she read toes. I'm like, girl, market that and let's go. Make a coin. Okay? Make a coin. Because this is where your true wealth is going to come from. It's going to come from you. It's not going to come. There's no company out here that's going to pay you to be all wealthy and stuff. Okay, not the way you want. You want that wealth to come from you. It's self-made, and that's the difference, because we have entrepreneurs, right? But we have self-made entrepreneurs, meaning you are the creators. You are the real creators. You have the real talent. Like, you build that from the ground up. Nobody gave it to you. Nobody thought of it, but you built this from the ground up. So there's a different type of entrepreneur that I'm talking to. You are a self-made, meaning nobody gave this to you. This is just something you just good at, and you just turned it into a job. I remember back in 2020 when Coco was running rampant through the streets. And I remember so many people online making masks, remember? And they was decorating them, and they started to decorate them, and people started to make a hand sanitizer. Listen, there's always a need. People was making more money doing that than they were at their job for a year. People was like, I made $20,000 selling masks. You guys don't value yourself enough. You have something that the world needs. God put that in you specifically, because God said, all right, when you get down there, this is what I'm giving you so you can make money. But y'all is around here running behind these little jobs, making something an hour, When you have a skill, you have a talent that could take you into a tax bracket that you could not imagine. There are people right now who are online who call themselves content creators and influencers and stuff. All they do is record their life. And these people are seeing 6 figures and 7 figures. These people are now driving 2 and 3 vehicles. They're living in multi-million-dollar mansions. All they do is, yep, I'm going to McDonald's. Yep, I'm finna go pee, y'all. I'll be back. That's it. That's it. So what is their gift? What is their talent? It is their perseverance. It is their creativity. The fact of, hey, I'm just going to record myself and maybe somebody will watch. Listen, whatever it is within you this year, you have to find it. Okay? You have to find it. It is time for some major boss moves. Okay? There is so much prosperity built in you. Y'all, this is the year of, these are the years. These next coming years are the years of the entrepreneurs. I'm telling you now. This is the year. These are the years for the entrepreneurs, the self-made. There's so much prosperity all around you. You just have to become prosperous. And the way you do that is by tuning into your natural self. When we go and we work certain jobs, you guys, we become their employee. We do what they want us to do. We do what they need us to do. You know, so we're not really using our creativity as much as we can. But when you get out there and you create your own, now you can stay on your job until your company take off. Like, I'm not saying quit your damn job and you ain't start no company. You ain't did nothing. That's not what Siren is saying, okay? Now, granted, I did take that route. I did throw it to the wind, honey. I listened to that voice and that's what it was. I had the voice that say, listen, leave your job. You know, it required for me to have some faith. Okay. I did have to take that leap of faith. And that's why I tell you guys, let me tell you something. Don't ever in your life, okay, feel as if you are going to fall. You may not be exactly where society got you believing you should be, but you are always in the best energy. You are always going to be okay. This year, you need to start making some major boss moves. There are some of you that I see a new home. I see a new car. Some of you, I see rewards in some investments. You have to be able to invest in some things. Some of you, I just see shopping sprees and new wardrobe, just buying stuff that you didn't think you would be able to put your hands on. All of that, honestly, is in the energy right now. You just have to tap in it. You have to really tap into it. And I just keep seeing that this is all coming from self-employment. So for those of you who are already self-employed, okay, invest in yourself. This year, you want to take your money and you want to invest in your business, invest in marketing classes, invest in finance classes, invest in, classes of how to get, maybe business grants for your company, like invest in, if you want to go online and make t-shirts or something, invest in the machines where you can buy those machines to make the t-shirts, and invest in a mentor to teach you how to do it, the best way to do it. Invest in somebody like a social media marketing company that can show you how to set up your social media to attract clients. Invest in somebody who will build a website for you, okay? Invest in you. You guys are steady investing in bills. Okay, granted, you have to pay your bills, but we invested in Amazon, we invested in wigs, we invested in, high food, eating out and things of that nature. Listen, those are already multi-billion-dollar organizations. Who is investing in you? I want you to just realize, sit back and say, okay, who is investing in me? Who is Nobody. Okay, not even the company you work for. So you have to make sure that you invest in yourself. You have to make sure that you are investing in you, because that's what these companies are doing. They're investing in them. They're investing in new equipment, new computers, new this, new that. They're investing in the company. You have to put your money in you, okay? Because nobody is doing that right now. All right, let me get this next message, y'all. And if y'all have any questions, make sure y'all put it down in the comment section. Okay, I really, truly appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And if you guys catch this after the live for my replay gang, make sure you put your questions down in the comments, okay? I will definitely get back at you. Yes, I will. Okay. A lot of us, we need to take a financial inventory. Some of you, for those of you who got my the February box, okay? The February box is going to be going out rather soon. This box is going to really test you. And I love the way this box came out. It is going to really, it's going to show you something about yourself. Show me yourself. Yeah, I know how to let that out. But it's going to show you something about yourself. And I love the way this box ends, because the way it ends, you're going to know. And you can't lie to yourself, okay? You can't lie, because that's the only person you're going to be lying to is to you, okay? But I love the February box, all right? The March box, you guys, is really going to be focused on this Mercury retrograde. It's going to be full of Mercury retrograde energy, because there's a life lesson that we have to learn. So the March boxes are going to be going up February the 1st. Okay. Very powerful boxes. These boxes are going to last you for the whole month. That's how I'm creating the boxes now. I'm not doing it anymore where it's just like, enough for a week or two. These boxes are now going to be filled with things that you need and can use for the entire month. So it's going to be working on your frequency and your vibration for the entire month. So the products are going to be bigger. Okay. The body wash, you're going to get a full size spray. Like, where is it? Damn, I don't have it up here. But big old spray, you guys. Your oil, your body scrub, your body oil, your body wash, like everything is going to be bigger in size, because I want it to last for the entire month so that you guys can stay in that frequency as long, okay, as you possibly can. All right. So shout out to those of you who are purchasing the boxes, you guys. Granted, I always tell you, I want to make more than what I make, but so that I can keep the quality of the box the way it is, the supply is always going to be limited. Okay. So just get in where you fit in. On the 1st of February is when we purchase the boxes for March, and we always purchase it a month in advance, okay? Because I want you guys to start using them on the 1st. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be to where you can use it for that entire month, and I want you to start using it on the 1st, okay? So that's why we're selling them a month in advance, so you can already have them, all right? So shout out to each and every one of you. All right. So you guys need to take some sort of financial inventory, okay, and see what needs to change. Like, for real, y'all, it's time for us to boss up, right? Which means we got to become accountable for our life. If we want a better life, we have to become a better version of ourselves. All right. So a lot of us need to take financial inventory and see what needs to change. Okay. I would have to say taking like a daily, or making like a daily plan, okay? Start with that. Maybe like when it comes to your finances, you guys doing things on a day-to-day basis, like, okay, today I'm not going to go get a bougie coffee, okay? Get you a little, invest in like a coffee machine and make your coffee at home. I make the best coffee. Now, I don't drink coffee. I drink chicory root, which is a substitute. Okay. But it is a herb. Okay. It is a root. Okay. And it has dandelion root in it as well, chicory root and some other stuff. Right. But it doesn't have any coffee in it or coffee beans. It's chicory root. So, yeah, I use that. Okay. As a coffee substitute, you guys. And I'm going to tell you straight up, Starbucks ain't got nothing on me. When I make a good cup of coffee, honey, or I want to say what coffee substitute. When I make a good cup, honey, I put my whipped cream, my caramel, I put the sprinkle cookie on top, whatever. Honey, they has nothing on me. Okay. So yes, see where it is, you guys, today for real, where you can start keeping more money in your pocket. I always tell you guys to get some apps on your phone. Okay. Get apps where you can save money. They got apps where you can save for gas. They got apps where you can save for grocery. Hell, back in our day, we used to coupon. You know what I'm saying? I used to go up in that store with more water coupons. I had more coupons than cash. Okay. But I used to save, you guys. I remember when I got into couponing, I used to save. Like, my grocery would probably come up to like $300, and I would walk out of the grocery store spending like $87, okay, on $300 worth of grocery. I remember I used to do that. But finding ways where you can save, maybe you need to, go to sites instead of going to like regular stores, go to like the outlet. You know what I'm saying? Go to the outlet. For those of you who watch my vlog, I recently went for Christmas, around Christmas time, and I went to a cosmetic store and to purchase my foundation. Now, my foundation was $100 a bottle, right? So I went to this cosmetic store and I ended up getting it for $33. So I bought 3 of them, and I paid $99 for 3 for the price that I usually pay for 1. Okay, so finding where you can buy good deals so you can keep more money in your pocket. And that's not money for you to do crazy things with, you guys. Oh, I got more money. I'm saving money, so I got more things I could buy. No, that's for you to learn to invest in yourself. Okay. Somebody asked me, Syra, how do I find my life purpose? And they wanted more detail on, because I just don't feel connected to anything. I don't know what my life purpose is. And I always tell you, your purpose is to experience the journey. And a part of the journey is creating the life you want. Seriously, you creating the life you want. This is why we feel like we have no purpose, because we're just living. We're not creating the life that we want. You honestly have the power to do that, y'all. You can create the life that you want. It is honestly up to you. Y'all, I tell y'all all the time, okay? First of all, I always say, what? Change your frequency, change your experience. You can create the life you want by focusing on your frequency, by healing aspects of yourself that is hindering you, okay? In order for you to get your diploma, you know you have to go through what? Pre-K, kindergarten, first, second, third, fourth, fifth. You know you have to go through all of those lessons. You know you have to pass all of those levels. So when you do that and you get your diploma, you don't have to go back to school. You're done with that. So when it comes to your life, look for the life lessons, okay? When you want to get to that next level, God, I'm ready for the next level. Let's go. I'm ready for these life lessons. Stop taking everything personal. Stop being the victim, okay? And really, truly focus on the life that you want. You have the power to create the life that you want. Why are we choosing to live in anxiety and panic and misery and, oh, what's the purpose of life? I don't get it. I'm just ready to go. Go where? Because you're just going to come back here. Where are you going to go? They're going to erase your memory and you're going to come right back here as somebody else, and you don't know what the hell's going to go on in that lifetime. You've come so far. Now is the time for you to really take your power back, okay? So when it comes to finding your life purpose, you guys, your whole life purpose is to understand that you have the power to create the life that you want. Do that, okay? You want to do that and focus on strong and successful partnerships, you guys. I always tell you, this is why I say it's important to understand the zodiac and things of that nature, so you know what energy you coming in contact with. Knowing the zodiac is like going grocery shopping. Okay, you know what I'm about to cook, I know what I need to get from the grocery store. So if you know you're going to bake a cake, you're not going up in there looking for biscuits. You know what I'm saying? It's like that has absolutely nothing to do with the outcome of me baking a successful cake. Staying focused, okay? Don't go up in there trying to buy no biscuits when you know, all right, I'm going to bake a cake. I need to go and get exactly what I want, because that's what's going to get me the result that I want, right? So when it comes to people who you're surrounding yourself with, surround yourself with people that are in alignment with that which you desire. If you know you're trying to be an entrepreneur and you're confused at how to do that, where are your boss friends? Where are all of your friends that are bosses? Okay? Where are the ones that can help you to say, okay, this is what you have to do. This is how you get your tax ID, your EIN. This is how you build a Quill account. This is what you have to do for this. This is what, like, you're surrounding yourself with people who can't help you. People who, I don't want to say have no value, but people who are they're a non-factor. They're a non-factor when it comes to the lifestyle that you want. And when you surround yourself with the right people, with the right partners, you can manifest the life that you want for real, because you have people who are knowledgeable about things, okay? People who are knowledgeable about things that you want, right? The lifestyle that you want. I would definitely surround myself with people that, are speakers, people who are, orators, people who, because I'm like, okay, that's something that I know that I want to get into. So, all right, let me surround myself with those people. Let me network with those people. We got to stop keeping our mouth closed, okay? And we got to learn how to really get out there and professionally network. This year on your agenda, I want you guys to professionally network. Start having business friends, okay? Create you some professional friends. These are people who already have businesses. They're already in certain places. These are people who have the connections to the doors that you want to get into. You have your home friends, your home girls or homeboys that you go to the club with. You got your people who you could call, girl, let's go get something to eat. Or, girl, let's go work out. Or, but when it's like, okay, you know what? I'm ready to start marketing my product. Okay, let me get on the phone with Earl because Earl runs a marketing business, or Earl has a business where I feel like his marketing strategies are powerful. So let me get on the phone with Earl. This year, you need to learn how to connect with the right partnerships and get involved with the right people that can help you to make the boss moves. The reason we're not comfortable with self-employment and entrepreneurship is because we know damn well we're not doing what it takes to get there. Okay, everything happens in divine timing. I want you guys to understand what divine timing is. Divine timing is when you vibrate to the happening. That's divine timing. When you vibrate, if you want to become an entrepreneur who makes 7 figures, divine timing is when you create the business, when you get your marketing, when you get your website up, when you get your finances in order to start the business, when you start marketing your product, when you start selling product, when you start paying your taxes, when you get a location now because it's too busy. Now you have to hire people. Now you have people who work for you. You're working your way up to 7 figures. And you're going to make those 7 figures because you're doing what it takes. You're taking the necessary step. A lot of us do not feel comfortable with self-employment because we're not honestly ready to take the necessary steps towards achieving that goal that we want, honestly, so bad. We would rather go back to a 9 to 5 than to do what it takes to get us to the level of where it is that we're trying to go. Okay? Hey, Shay in the building. Hey, girl. Hey, girl. Hey. Hey, y'all. Thank you guys for tuning in. Shout out to y'all, each and every one of you, okay? And thank you guys for the big old fat thumbs up. I appreciate it. Thank you, everybody, for the thumbs up in the building. All right, let's go on to the next part of this message. Okay, the need to budget. The need to budget. The income versus your expenses, okay? Are you living above your income? A lot of us who are self-employed, we tend to spend more than we make, okay? And we have to learn how to budget even when you have a business. When you have your own house and you're working, you have to learn how to budget your bills and things of that nature. And also when you have a business, you have to learn how to budget when it comes to that business, okay? Because we can tend to overspend. So when it comes to me, for example, y'all know I always give myself as an example. I love, okay, my boxes, right? Because I use my boxes unbeknownst to me. They weren't boxes at that time. It was just I created these products each month for myself. I was in alignment with the energies for that moon cycle, right? And this is how I started to see changes in my life. This is how I went from, working for somebody to into entrepreneurship. And this is how I was comfortable with the transition, right? So I started creating these products. I would make my body wash. I would make my body butter, my body oil, my hair wash. I did everything, y'all. I'm telling you, right? And I noticed my frequency started to shift. My frequency started to change. I started to change. I started to grow. So I love creating these same energies, and I release them each month via a box. Okay, a monthly healing box is what they're called. I release these boxes, right? Now, the thing about it is, I would love to do 300 boxes a month. I would love that, right? But at the same time, I don't want to invest, okay? I don't want to have to water down the boxes just so I can make more of them, right? So I have to budget myself in order to maintain the quality of the box, the frequency of the products, okay? I limit myself to how many that I can make, and I budget myself. Okay, because the products that I use, listen, I tell you guys, I use essential oils. I've showed you guys the receipt. Some of my essential oils are $150 to $300, y'all, and they like this big. I ain't lying. I literally have to put like a drop or two inside of the oils that I make, like a drop, like they're that potent and that strong. Okay, a lot of my essential oils are $75 a bottle. Okay, some of them are like $10 a bottle. But I buy very quality product. When it comes to my spiritual baths, y'all, one ingredient that can go in my spiritual bath, and I've shown y'all the receipts before, $300 for that herb. $300, that's just one ingredient, okay? So I want to invest my money in the right way because I invest in the results that my clients are going to get, okay? I invest in the results of my products. I know Spiritual Candies is a company that specializes in results, and that's where I want to be with it, right? So I have to budget myself. I would love to do 500 boxes, but I'm like, no, I stick to a budget, and I'm like, okay, however many boxes this amount gonna make is what it's gonna make. But I'm not going to compromise the quality of the box or the product, okay? So when it comes to you guys, and when it comes to your household, when it comes to your business, income versus expenses. Are you living above your means? Okay, you got to ask yourself, do I want to afford this? I don't want to say, can you afford it? Because honestly, I believe you can afford anything. I do. But I'm saying, do you want to afford it? Because you can get it if you want it, right? Do you want to afford this, right? Or, did you have to dip into you want to look into that. Like if you're having to dip into your savings to cover an expense, then you don't went well above and over, and you got to correct that. Okay. Are you able to give to charity, you guys? Shout out to those of you, because each and every one of you are always so graciously donating towards the Spiritual Candies mission, and we definitely appreciate you for that, you guys. Thank you so much. So I know my bosses up and through are able to donate to charity. I know that, okay? Because you guys do it, and you do it rather swell. So shout out to y'all, okay? Make a list of your needs and your priorities when it comes to, either a business or when it comes to your finances. Make a list. Like, y'all, we have to really do the work. Honestly, it's not going to fall in our lap. $1 million is not going to fall in our lap. And if it do, Lord knows what you had to do to get there. Okay. And Lord knows what it may cost you and what, comes with that. Okay. What's attached to it. So you want to kind of be those self-made. Like I said, we're talking to self-made people in this live right here. You want to focus on your confidence, okay? What can you do to feel more confident? If you're allowing your finances to determine your confidence, you guys, listen. You're honestly, you're trillionaires. You are very wealthy. You are very wealthy. You just don't know it. And the third dimension is creating a reality that doesn't reflect it, so you don't believe it. But you can go in and you can reroute or rewrite the third dimension, reality, okay? By taking these steps. You have to reflect on yourself. You got to know what you want. What is your goal for this year? Do you have a goal for your business? Some of you, your goal may be even to start the business. But is it written down and are you working towards it? Okay? Do you know what your goal is when it comes to your business? Do you want a business? Okay. Have you done anything to legalize a business, to start the business, to, have you created your first product? Do you have a social media account for the business? Do you know what you're good at? I told y'all, you got people right now, y'all, they eat. All they do is eat food. Okay. Eat food and make money. The lady, I forget her name, but she was on the Steve Harvey show, and he was like, so what is your job? She was like, oh, I just eat and make money. And she wasn't lying. And guess what? She made damn near probably more money than Steve, in the millions of dollars, became a millionaire from just eating dinner. There's this other, excuse me, y'all. There's this other lady who she records herself sleeping, and she makes money just by, and people sit there and watch. They watch her sleep. Okay. And she makes money, and she makes more money than a lot of people jobs are paying them. Listen, you already a millionaire. You just got to dig into that millionaire bag. You got to get to that talent. You got to get to that gift, whatever it may be, you have to get to it. Okay. You have to know what it is you need to let go of. Okay. A lot of us, you guys, we haven't decided to let go of some things. If there's an idea, maybe you've been working on this for a while and it just hasn't, come to fruition just yet. You guys, it's time to let go. Okay, whatever is not working in your best interest, it's time to let it go. I know when it comes to Spiritual Candies, there are some products that I feel like, nah, I try them out and I'm like, this is just not the Spiritual Candies, and I'm like, okay, let me take that off the list. So where is it, or what is it in your life that is no longer working for you? Let it go. This year, this month, let it go. That's it. No more. Don't worry about it. If it's not working, don't worry about it. Let it go. Okay. Now, another thing we want to focus on is our space. Okay. A lot of us, more than likely, if we're entrepreneurs, we have to work from home. Okay. A lot of us who are not entrepreneurs and who work a job, does your space, you don't have to live in $1 million castle, okay, to live abundantly or to live comfortably. I don't care if you live in an efficiency. They got the little, what they call the little $5,000 Amazon house. Listen, them people got them things set up so nice. Okay. I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, oh my God. I said, well, child, let me put my little 5,000 to the side, honey, because I can see Siren popping up one of them things, a little pop-up house, it looks so good. I'm like, oh my God, this is insane. Like, they made it looks so luxurious, and it's just a little small space. So, you guys, what is it that your space looks like? I'm for real. What's your car? Is your car clean? Okay. Shout out to the hubby, because the hubby does a lot of that for me. Okay. He keeps my truck spotless. I ain't gonna lie. But is your car clean? What does your house look like? Does it, when you come home, does it scream, do you feel good? Have you taken the time to create an environment that feels, nice and cozy, that makes you feel like, okay, I may not be making millions of dollars, but I make enough to come home and feel like, okay, I'm home. Okay, I'm home. All right. Do you feel good? Do you feel great? So a lot of you need to focus on creating a space. Some of you have some things in your space that you need to let go. Okay. Some of y'all, your confidence is messed up because of the way your house look. All right, you come home, you ain't got no furniture up in there, you ain't got much going on. You got to invest in yourself, you guys. This year right here, seriously, invest in your space. If you know you are running a business from the home, then you need to create a space for that business. I don't want your business being at your dinner table where y'all eat dinner at. Now you got pizza on top of your paperwork. No, you want to, even if it's a little small corner. Okay, if it's a little small corner, create you an office space, right? You have to learn how to utilize the space that you have. We need to set goals, you guys, okay? And we need to learn how to strategize so that we can sell. And listen, y'all got something somebody want to buy. I ain't lying to you right now. You have to look at the world and say, okay, what is it that I have that this world needs? Somebody is always going to need this. It may not, some people say, you know what? I know how to make socks, right? But let's say they live in Arizona or they make sweaters, right? Let's say they live in Arizona, or Vegas, where it gets really, really, really hot. And it's like, I'm great at making sweaters, but nobody here locally wants to buy sweaters because it's hot as oh no what. We're in the 3 digits. Then guess what? Create you an online website, baby. There's people over in Alaska that will purchase your damn sweaters. There's people over in New York that will purchase your sweaters. You have to learn how to strategize. You have to learn how to understand that each and every one of us, we all have something that somebody else needs and other people need it. Okay? All the time. If it's not actively around you, it's somewhere out there in the world. You have a customer. You have customers. Okay? Somewhere out there in the world, you have food companies now that sell the meal prep meals. They're already cold and everything, so you don't have to cook. Just think about if they were thinking about doing that locally. No, they're shipping them worldwide. You have something in you that you can make a lot of money by doing or from doing. You just need to learn how to strategize, how to market it, how to get it before the right people. And there are marketing companies, if you need that will help you to get before the right people. Each and every one of you met me from some sort of, marketing strategy. Now, me personally, I didn't use too much social media, but it was more like word of mouth. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I got in contact with a lot of my clients. It's just word of mouth, you guys. So when you got a good product, people gonna want to get it. People gonna want it regardless. And one thing I'm gonna tell you is these companies gonna want to work with you, okay? A lot of you need to, where we at? Okay, we got 4 more minutes. Okay. So a lot of you you're gonna have to use your instincts, okay? You're gonna have to use your instincts because you're gonna have to prepare for or not prepare, but be ready for unexpected financial loss or things of that nature. You guys, don't let that detour you, because sometimes when it's time for you to move forward, the devil will find 50 million ways to make your money fall through the cracks so you don't move forward. But you have to understand, you're going to have to trust your instincts. Okay, you're going to have to use your intuition so that you can strategize how it is that you can create whatever this is that a lot of you are trying to create. Okay, a lot of you need to know you have all the tools that you need to increase your income. You have everything you need to increase your income. Everything you need, you already have it. So you just have to make sure you use your instincts on what it is that you can do, what it is that you will do, so that you can manifest this. I mean, each and every one of you should not be living in the financial state that you're living in if you feel like it's not where you want to be. Okay, we're gonna have to learn how to cut corners, stop overspending. Okay, stop taking on burdens. Okay, stop making Amazon more and more rich. They're already a multi-billion-dollar organization. Okay, I don't think another coin from you is gonna matter. I don't think you need that thing from Amazon that bad to where you have to spend your last just to get it. Okay. A lot of us, we have poverty consciousness, okay? When I say poverty consciousness, meaning we'll take our last and we'll order some from Amazon. We would take our last and order something from Amazon. We'll take our last and go out to eat. We'll take our last, and just do something crazy with it, right? And we need to take our last and invest in yourself, okay? The poverty consciousness is what you're doing with your money. Like, you're not investing your money in ways that'll make it grow or come back to you. Okay, we're investing our money in things that there's no return. Once you buy something, yeah, you get that item, but there's no return. That's it. You just got that item that you're going to use and it doesn't grow. You can't, that's it. You want to take and invest in yourself. You want to invest in your frequency. You want to invest in your business. You want to invest in your health. Okay, because all this other stuff that we buying and all this other stuff that we doing, you guys, is really and truly not getting us anywhere. Okay, so that was the message of the day, you guys. I really truly appreciate you for tuning into your girl Siren over here on the Siren Speak Show, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye, y'all.